Hello, Randall M here. Today I'm going to carve a pumpkin. Hopefully very well. Whether or not that's true, remains to be seen. I'm outside. It's a little cloudy out. The neighbor's mowing the yard, so you may hear the mower from time to time. Hopefully not that much. But we have the knife from the table, and of course my favorite and ultimate knife, scuba or Scooby knife. Ta-da! So let's begin. Taking scuba knife. So scuba knife wants to go first. First thing to do is, well, that's our front. Okay? What you're seeing, front. This is back, it's dirty. So what you want to do is come in at an angle. And you cut the top out. Alright? Now be careful when you're doing this. This may take some time, but there's no hurry. You do want to make it big enough you can get your hand in there readily easy, but yet not too big. You don't want to go straight down. You want to go at an angle. So it fits back in easy. If you do it straight up and down, it may fall through. If you do it at an angle, it holds it. It's beveled and it holds the top piece in. Now this is a good ripe fresh pumpkin, and it's about the consistency you want it. So it's a pretty good shaped pumpkin. It's not too big, not too small. And you do want to be careful. That's the last one. Woohoo! Now, of course, we want to take care of scuba knife. So we dry it off. Or wipe it off, I should say. It's not really dry. We may need to use scuba knife again. Next, take off the top. And the reason we have the papers is so we can cut off the gunk. Now remember, you do want to leave some of it there, okay? So it fits back in. You don't want to take too much of the bottom off, okay? And of course, if you want to have some for next year, save your seeds. They're slippery, too. Next is the ooey gooey part. It's where you stick your hands in there and you just pull everything out. Actually, it feels kind of neat if you really... Ugh. Lots of seeds, which is cool. Now this will take a little bit of time because, well, there's a lot of junk in there. But you do want to get it cleaned out really good. Because if you're going to put especially if you're going to put a candle. Now, if you're going to put in electric lights, or an electric light, one electric light, or a bunch, depends how you're going to design it and what you're going to do with it. It's very important to get this stuff out, because if you're going to put a candle in there, obviously, smells good. Making me kind of hungry, babe, to be honest. I don't eat pumpkin, but this pumpkin smell is I love the smell of it, but I don't eat a lot of pumpkin things, so. What would be cool if they made a tool where you can just go in there and So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do that with the knife here. Let's see if we can scrape a whole bunch of that on the... Now, there are a bunch of seeds in here, people. A bunch. So that's kind of cool. Lots of goop, lots of seeds. Look at that, seeds and more seeds. They just keep coming and coming. Now, of course, after I'm done, I'm going to have to wash my hands, but till then, look at that. They just keep coming. And there's more down there. Now that's not everything. It's getting most of the goop. It's not all out yet. Well, obviously, I'm not going to be able to get all of it out, but I want to get the majority of it out. I'm getting pretty close to being there. Let's get a little bit more. Get those seeds down there at the bottom. I'm trying to get it. Okay, that's pretty good. Not perfect, but it's... Now, the thickness of the pumpkin is about inch and a half, maybe. I would say more, inch and a quarter, inch and a half, depending on different parts of it. Now you notice when we get it down, we can get it lined up right. Bullseye, okay? I'm gonna wipe my hands on my pants. Shouldn't do that. I'm going to. And you'll notice lots of goop. Okay. Next, I'm going to cut out the face on this side. Now, a lot of people would recommend that you take either a pencil or a pen or a marker or something and mark out what you're going to do. But I'm not going to do that. Just don't want to. I'm not making anything fancy. I'm just making a basic pumpkin here. I'm not gonna. This isn't gonna win any contests as far as art design. I'm gonna cut out some. Now there are a lot of people, or not a lot of people. There are some people that can get really good at this, and they have. You can buy a lot of neat little tools to really shape it and mold it. Of course, I don't have any of those neat tools. I got a scuba knife and this knife. So that's about all I've got to work with here. But there are some really neat tools out there you can buy and do some really, really neat things. Again, you're not going to see that here today. So I'm not that talented when it comes to pumpkin carving. Besides, I'm just doing this to have something look neat on the bench over there. So I'm going to give it 2 triangle eyes. And maybe a square or a triangle nose. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so there's the eyes. Give it The thing about this is, when your hands get all sticky from that goo, it's kind of hard to hold the knife, so you want to be careful. Tell you what I'll do, I'll give it an upside down triangle. How's that? Or an upside down pyramid nose. A little something, a little break up the monotony of it, if you will. Now, another thing you want to remember is when you're doing your knife and poking it in, you want to make sure you're aware of where your hand is inside so you don't cut yourself. And this is what we have so far. Again, nothing fancy. Now I'm going to cut a straight mouth. I'm trying to decide if I want to give him a smile, or just a bland look, or a frown. It is Halloween and it's supposed to be kind of scary, so well, it's not Halloween yet, but it's the fall Halloween season, so I may give him a little bit of a. Let's give him a. I'm gonna give him a frown. Okay. Nothing. He's got a little bit of a. He got kind of a smirk. He's kind of like. We'll make the eye a little bit bigger. There we go. Make sure you get my finger all the way through. Okay. So there's our Mr. Starting to look halfway decent. Well, decent, relative term, of course. Get some more gunk out where I pulled the. Yeah, I think I'm going to give him some eyelashes. You know, like we have eyelashes? I'm going to give him some eyelashes. Just to kind of, set it off a little bit. But I'm not going to make them real thick. I'm going to make them real thin. Because they don't need to be real thick. Okay, just make them real thin. They're about twice the thickness of the knife, so it doesn't have to be real thick. Be careful because I'm not very good backhanded. I gotta be very careful when I do this because I'm not do it. He wants to. Okay, let's make that up a little bit. Alright. So he's got some eyelashes now. Ta-da! And I think that is about going to be that. So I'm not going to put any ears on him. So let's clear him out a little bit better. And let him dry out a little bit. And put his top back on. Now obviously if you put a candle inside the burn, you're going to want to take the top off so the heat can rise. This isn't necessarily required if you use an electric candle. But if you use an actual candle with real fire, take the top off. And depending on how hot the electric light is, you might want to leave it off as well. So, but you can obviously buy all kinds of colored lights and do all kinds of different things. Basically depends how creative you want to be, what tools you have to work with, what your budget is, and how much time you want to invest in it. So there's my pumpkin, or one of them. So that's it for now. This is Randall M saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. Bye. You look anything alike? I don't think so.